Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Misty at Skeeter Jones and this is this week's Things. I didn't have a Things video up last week because I had a mountain of problems uploading. And just thank you so much for hanging in there with me and being patient. I think I have all of that worked out, and today's upload, hopefully, fingers crossed, won't be a problem, and you'll be seeing this video beginning Tuesday morning the 26th at 6 a.m. Central. So what I'll be showing you is right here behind me. Usually I'm facing this way, and this wall is behind me when I'm filming, but just wanted you to see right here is where I have the things laid out that I'll be showing you today. And in just a minute, I'll go camera down and just walk over there to give an overview of everything. And then right here in my light box, we'll go camera down and give you the close-up of everything and give you the numbers of each item and the price for each item. And that's it. You may have seen right there. I saw it as I was talking a minute ago. I didn't put my broom away. That's what that is. And right here in the mirror, right there, that's my Smoky Bear. And you may know the story about the Smoky Bear with my mother-in-law. And actually, quite coincidentally, I'm wearing my Smoky Bear shirt that I got from Christina at Stina Resells, who, by the way, she just hit 4,000 on her subscriber base, so congratulations to her for that. I also want to thank everybody who has been buying my creations. I've been putting up videos of some of my upcycled jewelry that I make, or when I just make something entirely out of other pieces or I repair something. And I put up a purse charm video, I think a week or two ago. And then last week I put up a video of some repairs that I'd made, some little upcycles, and told you about a few projects that I have in the wings. And I just really appreciate that you're interested in those things that I upcycle and make and repair. Thank you for waiting for this Things video. And also thank you to everybody who has subscribed, everyone who subscribed, but recently I noticed that I got a few more subscribers over the past few days, and I just want to say welcome to all of the newcomers, and I am so glad you're here. So I'm going to go over now and give you the overview of all the pieces I'll be showing today, and then we will go over them one by one right here in the light box. First, these are some supplies. A lot of it is pieces you might recognize as being J. Crew or Loft. Those are for a special project that I'll announce later when I get more of the supplies for those coming in. This is a necklace that needs some repair and a little bracelet that needs repair. But here is just the overview of the items I'll be showing you. These are pieces for, I don't know, that'll probably be in next week's Things. And, well, some of them, not these are repairs right here, but these are the things for next week's Things. And that, oh, that is in last week's repair items and upcycles. This is my favorite, I think, of that lot. But yeah, and all of those are for sale. But here we go. Let me get rid of these notes so I don't give away anybody's information. Because right there, little quick shot, that's the April orders, August orders. I don't know why I said April, but that's my August orders. Another quick shot right there for people who do the monthly shipping for August. And just a little tip, what the monthly shipping is, if you're new here and you don't know about that, it's just a way to save on shipping. And by the way, August orders will be shipping this Friday and Saturday, the 29th and 30th. So this week will be your last week. Specifically, Thursday will be your last day to order something and complete those transactions and have them go in your monthly package to save on shipping. So just remember that deadline if you want to take advantage and get as much as you can in that monthly package that you have. So now it is time to go camera down in the light box and give you an up close of all of those pieces. And those aren't the only pieces. There will be a few more besides what I showed you up there, right there. There will be a few more pieces besides what I just showed you in the overview. But let's jump right in and see what there is this week. This Talbot's necklace. It's very pretty, very chunky. That's not a knot, it's just twisted right here. There. And it's not twisted like that when you put it on. I think it's maybe because it's laying flat that it does that. So when I first got this, I thought that it was so tangled right here in between these beads, but actually it is made that way. It's supposed to be wrapped like that in between, and then with these swags or drapes kind of hanging down in between. All the settings and the chain are brass. And I put this through the ultrasonic cleaner, and the solution was pretty clear. Like, it wasn't even dirty really to begin with. And right here, this looks maybe like a bit of wear on the lobster clasp, but then it has this little thread on it, like it's maybe new without tags, like it lost its tag somewhere. So I don't really know. The only thing that looked very close to wear at all is just right there on the lobster clasp. And that could have happened, well, it could be there intentionally, or it could have happened while the necklace was jostled around on a store display or in a box or something like that. But here's how those little chains hang down when you're wearing it. And it's just really, really pretty. It's very chunky. This has a nice little edgy look to it. It has an extender on it. Let me give you a drop measurement. It is about, without the extender, it's about 8.5 inch drop. And then the extender is about 2 inches. Here's the Talbot's hang tag right here. Right there, pardon my nails. It is the day before Pottery Studio Day. And anyone who works with clay and ceramics, you know that it does not take very long at all for a manicure to get ruined in the ceramic studio. So I never do my nails the day before I go to the studio. But here is this beautiful chunky necklace. All of these pave set rhinestones are there. They're all very, very sparkly. And then look at this detail around and between the stones, that filigree sort of carved. It's not carved, it was molded most likely, but it just has that carved appearance. And I'll show you the back so you can see the construction. These thick, chunky beads. That's the back of them. And again, this chain that's wrapped around like that, it is supposed to be that way. That's just the way it's designed so that these swags will hang down. Let me pull it up in front of the camera again so you can see that one more time. But I have put this on to see how it looks, and it drapes very nicely right here. It's not going to look as nice laying flat, but this is a really gorgeous necklace. Very substantial and thick. It has nice weight to it. And that's going to start us off at number 1. And we're going to do this beautiful Talbot's necklace for $8. So remember, anything that you are interested in purchasing, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we will work it out there. I do my invoicing through PayPal, but you do not have to have a PayPal account in order to pay. So starting off strong with this gorgeous Talbot's piece at number 1 for $8 with my little warped 8 right there. And the details about the monthly shipping that I'd mentioned earlier, those details will be in the description of this video. So just go over there and take a look. Or if you read that and you still don't understand, just email me and then I'll be glad to explain it to you. But it's just a way to save on your shipping costs when you know you'll be ordering throughout the month. This piece is silver tone, and it has 3 colors of silver tone. Well, actually one looks kind of like a little gold wash almost, and then a gunmetal, and then more of like a silvery silver tone. There's different tones of chain. Maybe if I bunch them up together, you can kind of see that a little better. Some of it actually is wear. You can see more of the copper coming through up here on the part that goes around the back of your neck when you're wearing it. For that reason, you'll get a really good deal on it. However, and this has been cleaned, and that is actually copper showing through. It's not dirt. So I've polished it to make sure that that's the case. So here's the express tag right there. But you'll get a good deal on it because of that wear. But the wear is in a place where it's not really going to show very much. Just, you know, it's around the back of your neck. And it's a layered necklace. Let me get it straightened out. There we go. So it's a layered necklace with these silvery colored faux pearls. It's faceted acrylic beads. And then these silver tone wires in between. These beautiful shades of gray. Just reminds me of a gray stormy day. Well, gray weather is what that reminds me of. And winter is coming soon, so this might be good to layer up with your wintry outfits. The layers on this are, I'm referring to the drop measurement. I can't do it here because it won't fit in my light box. But this shorter layer has a drop of 13 inches, and the longer layer has a drop of 17 inches. I'll just do you a drive-by on that so you can see how everything looks. It's really, really pretty. It still has some life left in it, even though you can see the wear on her, again, way back here where it'll be around the back of your neck. And there's not an extender. Oh, well, there is an extender, and that's about an inch. So you have around 13 inches on the shorter layer and around 17 inches on the longer layer, and about an inch or so right here in the extender. Right there on the clasp, you can really see that wear. So this is gorgeous. She has a lot of life left in her, but I am going to offer this one up for just $2 because of that wear. But still a really nice piece. Number 2 for $2. Now, if you're new here and you haven't heard me talk about polishing before, what I was referencing a minute ago is a lot of times something can look like it has tons of wear, but you clean it and you polish it, and a lot of times you'll find out that it's just dirt or a little bit of tarnish. I've had, actually over the weekend, I took care of, or not over the weekend, it was last week, I took care of a Napier necklace, which was gorgeous. It would have been gorgeous when it was new, but it looked like it was just worn and just ready for, you know, jewelry heaven. And I cleaned it and polished it, and now it looks actually almost new. So when something looks worn and beyond use anymore, clean it up and polish it and see. But anyway, this is number 2. Oh, and I didn't point this out either. Some of these beads right here, these faux pearls, they're up close to the top. They have the finish gone. Let me take those out of the bag. Some of the finish is gone off of those, and those are ones that are also higher up. Here's what they should look like. But here is what they actually look like. And it's only 2 or 3 of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are actually 6 of the faux pearls that look like that right here, where they've lost their finish and they don't look, oh, that's another one that's lost its finish. There we go. They don't look like, you know, like they're supposed to right here. So at the buyer's request, if you want this for $2, I will, at no extra charge, remove these. I thought they looked kind of neat still on there, almost a little bit of a sort of an ombre effect on them. But if you want the necklace but you don't want the worn faux pearls, let me know when you purchase, and then I'll remove those worn faux pearls for you. So let's move along now to number 3. Some of these pieces do have a bit of wear. All of them are ones that I cleaned. This one is gorgeous. Look at this. Okay, it comes down like that when you're wearing it. Let me get that focused. Has all kinds of beautiful texture on it. This has the 5 points on it among all of that very intricate detail. And it's just molded. It's not carved or anything like that. But I like how it's put together, the way the lower medallion drops down from, you know, this little cloud-shaped one right here. And then all of that comes down from 2 chains. And there's no extender. It's all gold tone. There's a very, very minor amount of wear that really doesn't show unless you're looking for it. This is about 7.5 inches drop on the first medallion, and then it's a 10-inch drop on to right here on the lower medallion. And the medallions are, see, the bottom round one is about 2 inches, and the top one is about 1.5 inches by about 2.5. Now, what I meant when I said you'll just see the wear if you're looking for it. If you look really, really close, you can see that some of this gold tone is not exactly the same shade. Like maybe you can see a bit right there. And then this kind of cloud-shaped medallion has, it's very clean, it's polished. I took care of that myself. But the gold tone just doesn't look exactly the same color. And again, you really have to be looking at it. I had it on and asked someone, do you notice anything different besides the shape about these 2 medallions with their color or anything like that? And the other person I was asking didn't even notice. So, and you may not even be able to see it here. It's very, very subtle. But this is a gorgeous piece. Very gorgeous. I love that one. And I'm going to offer this one up. This doesn't have a whole bunch of weight to it. It is not lightweight by any means. It's about as heavy as it looks like it should be. I don't know if that really tells you anything. But it's not heavier than I would think, and it's not super light. It's just a nice weight. This one's going to be number 3. And it will be, let's do that one for $4. I think that's a really great deal on this. This is so beautiful, the way these medallions look and the way the necklace is constructed. I just think it's a nice, unusual piece. That's really what I'm drawn to. I'm always going to be drawn to pieces that are unusual. Okay, and speaking of, okay, here's the next one. Look at that. These are clear acrylic, these little teardrops right here. And then you have these little, I don't know if you would call them fringes or what you would call those, hanging down. And then you have these just continually more and more narrow as you go up, little chains, I guess. And then you have these beads in between these clear acrylic spacers. And then here's the closure. It's the shepherd's hook closure with a loop at the end, or you can hook it anywhere along the extender right there. So I will hook it actually at the very end and give you a measurement. This looks very artsy to me. I don't know, maybe it has a little bit of a Middle Eastern type of look. Again, no, I do not mean to offend anyone. I am very limited in my knowledge of Middle Eastern culture, but it just, that's what it makes me think of when I see this one. So let's see, it is a 7-inch drop to right here. And then it's an 8.5-inch drop to right here. And we'll just call this a pendant. And from the top of it, and this is what I'm calling the top, down to the bottom here is about 3 inches. But that just looks very artistic. There's a lot going on with it. All of these loops and all the stuff threaded through here. Someone had to sit down and put that together. I love intricate handiwork like this. It's what, if I can get kind of corny on you for a minute, it's just what unites us all as people. Everybody is creative in one way or another. And when I can see someone's artistic creativity, I don't know, I just always appreciate that. Like this couldn't, the metal couldn't have been stuck into a machine and then this spit out the other end. Someone had to sit down and use their hands and their time and their thought to put all of this together. And someone had to think up the design for this. I don't know, that's just gorgeous. I really love that one. So we're gonna do that one. There's no wear on it to speak of at all. It looks like it's maybe stainless, I think. I don't think it's over copper, like silver tone over copper. I think it's more stainless, but I'm not positive on that. It is not sterling. But this one is going to be, what is this one, number 4. And we will do this number 4 right here for $6. This is one of my favorite pieces in today's video. Okay, now moving right along to number 5. This is also one of my favorite pieces. Just look at that. All of these sparkling AB coated glass beads. I don't think this is crystal because it doesn't have the weight that crystal would have. Crystal is a good bit heavier than glass. But you have these colors of this golden amber, the smoky quartz kind of color, a champagne color, then this light gold washed colored chain. And let's see, there were spacers somewhere. Yes, little gold tone spacers in between some of the beads. This is just so pretty, and to me, beautiful fall colors. This is Loft. And there's your silver tone lobster clasp. No wear on that. And it's long. It's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Let me get it out of the light box to measure that. 4 layers at 4 different lengths. So this is without the extender. The layers are 12.5 inches. The next one is 15, and then 16, and then 17.5. And then you have a about 3-inch extender. But this is just eye candy to me. I love the fall colors and the very light gold tone wash. And it just looks plushy and lushy and just nice. So that beautiful Loft necklace is number 5. And we will do that one for, that one's going to have to be a little more, I don't want to do it too much. Let's do 8, no, let's do 6. Let's do $6 on that one. It is so gorgeous. I've got to look at it again. So beautiful. Okay. Number 6. This is more of a minimalist piece. It reminds me of the beach. This looks like a little chalcedony. It's not. This is a faux acrylic stone right here, or an acrylic faux stone. This is gold tone. And gold, the light colored gold tone chain. There is not a hang tag on it and no marking, but here's how the pendant is suspended. The drop on just the necklace itself comes down to here, and I'll measure that for you. But then there's this little secondary, there we go, secondary chain that comes down, and the pendant hangs from that. It's textured on the front and smooth on the back. And this is an acrylic stone right here. Let me give you the measurement on that. I'll have to do it outside of the box. It's 12 inches and then about 5 1/4 inches. And how that breaks down is 12 inches from the clasp to here, and then 5 1/4 inches from here to the top of the pendant. And then the pendant itself is about 1.5 inches, just under 1.5 inches. It's very light, very minimal looking. It reminds me of the beach, I guess because it's so light and breezy, and that color reminds me of the beach. But this little beauty is going to be, we'll do this one for just $2. And let's see, what number are we on? We're on number 6 for $2. Whenever you contact me, if you're interested in purchasing something, remember it is skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and all you need to give me is the number of the item, and it'll help, not required, but it'll help if you include the price with it and a little description. That's great. Number 6 for $2. Let's see, here's one. I didn't clean this one yet, but I thought I did. But this is what I was talking about, where the chain's darker right here. That could actually be wear, but it could just be dirt. So that's what I would find out when I clean it. Okay, I found myself rambling on about, well, if I clean it, I'll do this, and if I don't clean it, I'll do that. So let's just say if you like this, let me know, and then I'll just clean it. This will just be $2. And it's gorgeous. These are little textured, hammered pendants, and it's a layered necklace. And this is what I was referring to here on the chain. A lot of that is probably dirt. Some of it could be wear, but I'm inclined to think that a good bit of that's just dirt. But I will clean it. It will be $2 for this gorgeous necklace. Let me give you the measurements on it. I'll have to measure it outside the light box. I have a lot of long necklaces today. The shorter pendant has a drop of 9.5. The longer one has a drop of 13.5. And the pendants are like this. One is teardrop shaped and one is round. So that's the basic effect, but of course it'll be longer. And there we go. I didn't do that great of a sales pitch on this one, did I? I rambled a lot before I cut and just said we'll do it for $2. So that's number 7 for $2. It's really very, very pretty. It just needs a bath. I thought I had cleaned it before I started recording, but then when I got a look at it, realized that I had not cleaned it. And then that led me to do all that rambling. Okay, there we go. This one reminds me of saltines or a Pop-Tart. These heavy pendants here, I think this is brass, because in places where wear would show, as in tone loss, I don't see any tone loss, but there is, I mean, you can tell because of the little dings and such that it's been worn, but there's not a lot of evident wear on it. Right here on the lobster clasp, you can see a little bit of copper showing, but you don't really see that on the chain or on the pendants. So again, off camera, outside the light box. This one is not layered. It has a drop of 17.5 inches. It has a 3-inch extender. This nice little small box chain. This is the back of the pendants. And this is the front. And they hang with the smaller one. The smaller one hangs in front of the larger one when you're wearing it. Like that. Very pretty. And if it had little holes punched in the top, it would remind me of saltines. But it actually does make me think of Pop-Tarts with these lines around the sides. But that's a very nice one, and we are going to do that one. It's got some nice weight to those pendants. This one's number 8. And we will say $3 for number 8. And now we'll grab number 9, another long necklace. This is acrylic, and it's got this gorgeous texture around the outside. It's about 2 inches across, or 2 inches down lengthwise, and about 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches across. Just has that texture right there on the back. It's very thick. I thought it was a locket when I first got it. That's how thick it was, or how thick it is. But this is acrylic right here. It does show a little bit of minor scratching. The chain is in great shape. Very bright silver tone. There's not a clasp. It just goes over the head. Very classic and nice and pretty. It's 3 chains. And the drop is 17.5 inches, and that's from the top of the necklace down to the top of the pendant here is 17.5 inches, and then you have another couple of inches, 2.5 inches length on the pendant. And because of that surface scratching right there, it's otherwise in really, really great condition. Because of that surface scratching, which isn't bad at all. It's very light. But let's say, see a little tiny bit of copper right there on the jump ring. We're going to make that one $1 because of that little bit of wear. You can see right there on the jump ring. I think I see just a little touch of copper on part of the chain right there. And then you've got the surface scratching on the pendant. But still very pretty, very wearable in my opinion. This would look really nice. Winter's coming up. This would look really nice with a chunky sweater, I think. Okay. Number 10. Speaking of fall colors, look at that. This is a vintage necklace. It does not have a maker's mark on it, so I really don't know who would get credit for it. It's the same color chain as on that Talbot's necklace at the beginning. This is either brass or brass tone. It has been polished and cleaned. These beads are faceted acrylic, and I believe very much so that this is a nice vintage piece. It does not have a clasp. This is actually the back of the necklace. This bead right here would go behind your neck. And then it drops down. It's a 2-layer necklace. You have these small fall colored beads with these ambery shades, red, gold, this sort of peachy color right there. and you keep going down, and then you have these larger, more chunky beads. Let me get all of that unwrapped from each other. And some of the beads are glass. And then you also have these little filigree dangles right there. These, I think, with the orange stripe, or the white stripe on the orange beads, I think these are glass or ceramic maybe. But the rest of them are, oh, here's a little amber colored one that I also think is glass. But all the rest of these are acrylic. And these gorgeous, gorgeous fall shades. It just reminds me of the leaves on the trees in the fall. So pretty. I wouldn't know when to date this. If anybody has an idea, I would love to hear it. I just really don't think that's a modern piece, and I don't have any solid knowledge to base that on. It just has that look to me. This one's going to be number 10. And we're going to say $3 for the number 10 necklace. It is so, so pretty. I don't think I gave measurements on that. I sure didn't. I was just about to bag it up without giving you the measurements. And again, since it's so long, I'll do the measurements off camera. It is a length of 19 inches on the longer layer, and the shorter layer is 15 inches. So the shorter layer is the one that has these little filigree dangles on it. And that's a 15-inch drop on that one. And then the 19-inch drop is right here, the strand that has the more chunky beads and the ceramic, the probably ceramic little orange and amber colored ones. And remember, no clasp. This sits at the back of your neck, and it just goes over your head. I think this bead being in the back like that without a clasp, that's one of the things that makes me think this is vintage, and I would say very vintage. So yes, if you have any idea when this necklace could be dated to, I would love to hear that, and I would love to hear your reasons why. I always like to expand my learning. So here we sit at number 10. Number 11 is this sweet little flower, daisy or sunflower bracelet. This is sponge coral, which is dyed. You can kind of see the texture there, and it's all wired together. This is an acrylic, I think, or some kind of resin flower that's attached to this backing. The sponge coral beads are just wired together, and you know, a lobster closure without any wear to it, really. I don't see any copper showing through. Let me give you a size on it. Without being extended, it's very small. Without being extended, it's about 6 inches. And then let's extend it all the way out and see what it is. I'm having trouble getting my fingers underneath the clasp. There we go, so clasping it right there. It now is not a whole lot bigger. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I already gave you that size. It's a 6 without the extender. So down here, fully extended is what I was supposed to be telling you. So it'll go from 6 inches to about 6.5. 6.25 to 6.5. It's not a wide range of size, but it's so pretty. And I like the dyed sponge coral. So the pretty flower sponge coral bracelet That one is number 11. And we'll do that one for $2. I'm always afraid I've got my numbering system off. What was this one? Okay, that was 10. That's right. So this one is 11. And this is it for the pieces that I showed you the overview of. Actually, there was one more, but I noticed some verdigris on it, so I left it out of the show until I can get that cleaned. I might offer that one up at a later time. But what I'm going to do now is open up something I ordered a while back from Stacy at Stacy Works, and I haven't opened it yet, and I don't know what it is. It may actually be a craft lot because I order those from her sometimes. So we're going to open that up right now, and it'll be a total surprise to me. I have no idea what this is because it was so long ago that I ordered this. If you don't watch Stacy's channel, I highly recommend it. She's one of my friends here on YouTube, and she has great videos. She loves to unbox thread-up jewelry and fun boxes and things like that. So here we go. The first peeks look great. Let's see if there's a date on the shipping label. 6/23, so June 23rd is when this got shipped. So I probably would have ordered it just a couple of days before because Stacy always ships pretty quick. So let's just pour this out and see what I have. Okay. This one looks very interesting. Look at this pendant. Wow. Okay. If I just ordered this piece by piece, I know why I would have. I just really like unusual things. So this will get a bath. Look at the texture right there on those. And these little coins. This, let's see, that's acrylic. Here's what the back looks like. And then these little things here are repeated, going up the necklace with the little jingly coins. And lobster clasp. And silver tone chain, which looks like it's in perfect condition. Wow, let me give you a length on that. This is gorgeous. There's not an extender, and it's about 11.5 inches, and then about 4¼ inches. So the 11.5 is from here to here, and then 4¼ is from here to here. So that's just beautiful. Wow. So let's see, that's going to be number 12. Yeah, we will do number 12 for $4. That's a nice boho look. I don't know, it reminds me of belly dancing jewelry, just because of the sound that it makes. Love that sound. Okay, number 12 is $4. Okay, next. This is stone. Wow, I don't know what kind of stone that is. Maybe some kind of turquoise? I don't know. I'll test that and see. And then these are pearls. These are real pearls, I think. these are real pearls. They are. Wow. I might have to research this piece. Let's see if there's any kind of name on it. No marks, no name. But that is beautiful. Look at these chocolate pearls and these gorgeous stones. I'm going to get out the Gemini and test these stones and see what those show up as. Okay, here is the Gemini. Let's see if it has to say anything. Turquoise doesn't really show up on a gem tester, so we won't really find out anything about it if it's turquoise. So it doesn't show up as anything. Let's double check here, make sure I've calibrated it correctly. Okay, it is calibrated. So nothing's showing up here. It could be glass or ceramic, but there's something about the coloring on it. It just makes me think that it's probably not glass or ceramic. It looks like stone of some kind. Like right there, things like that make me think that it's probably some kind of stone. It has these little areas of yellow and gold and brown, and then these little divots right here that make me think stone. And the thing about these pearls, these are rough against each other like pearls would be, but they have these sort of uniform rings around the sides, like maybe they were carved that way. And they're all these shades of like gold and chocolate. This is very pretty. It's got some heft to it. It's heavy. The chain is thick and looks like copper. I'm going to have to do some research on this one. If anybody knows anything about this, I would love to hear what you have to say. So contact me by email if you have any light you can shed on this. But meanwhile, I'm just going to be doing some more research on this one. If you're interested in it, you can still contact me and just say the pearl and stone copper necklace. Since it won't have a number, just describe what it is. And I'll be glad to hear what you have to say, or if you're interested in it. But I will still be doing research on that one. Next we have, this is pretty, black, let's see, are these glass or acrylic? I think they're acrylic. Yes, these are acrylic stones. A gunmetal chain. Look how pretty that is. It has kind of a Victorian look. It's a 1928. And if I had flipped it over, I could have probably, I would have said, oh, that looks like 1928, because 1928 has this swirl pattern on the back of their pieces. So a lot of times if there's not a hang tag or any other branding, you can tell 1928 because of that. But that's gorgeous. The stones are acrylic, and the metal is like a gunmetal color. The chain is very pretty. Let's look at the detail on this chain. It has these little lines in it, linked together with rings at the end of each little segment. And here's the front, all the detail around the stones. It's very Art Deco looking lines right here. That's a pretty one. Okay, and it does have an extender on it, so I'll give you the measurement without the extension. And we can measure this one inside the light box. It is a 7-inch drop and a 3-inch extender. This is gorgeous. So for the 1928 necklace, that one is number 13, I believe. I lost count. Yes, it's number 13. That happens to me a lot. I lose count on these things. Oh goodness, this is gorgeous. We will do $6 on the 1928 necklace. Okay, next up, that has sort of a Brighton vibe to it. So this is either leather or faux leather. I'll have to look closer and see. That's interesting. I can't tell what this is because there's not a closure to it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there is a closure. So this is a choker. I love this. This is obviously meant to be the front. And I love things that have a detailed back. And actually, you could probably wear it either way. Like you could wear it like this, or you could wear it like this. Let me see if there's any Brighton branding on it, because it sure reminds me of Brighton. No, there is no Brighton branding on there. But this is either leather or faux leather. I think that's a faux leather. Then you have these silver tone little scrolly bits. This magnetic closure. That's really good and tight. And then these faux pearls in the front. That's a little dirt, I think. Yes, that comes off. So I'll give this a cleaning. And these are faux pearls, I'm almost certain. Yes, those are faux pearls. So this is gorgeous. Let's get a measurement on it. 7 1/4. That would fit like a choker, or maybe just a touch longer than a choker. Again, you can wear it that way or that way. Magnetic closure on that. It is not Brighton, but it does have, it's reminiscent of Brighton to me. And this one is number 14. And we will say $2 on that one. I think that's a good deal. That's really pretty. Hey, this one is heavy. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this hangs down. It looks like a flower that way, but then on the inside it has these baby crystals, like the petals kind of open up. Oh my goodness. That is gorgeous. So the flowers, oh my goodness. Look how artistic and beautiful this is. So it hangs, let me arrange it the way it would fall if you had it on. So the flowers hang down, one's longer than the other. Pretty long too, let me get the tape measure. So the longer one, from where it attaches to the necklace right there, hangs down about 7.5 inches. The shorter one hangs down 5.5 inches. And then, I say I can't measure the rest of it in the box, so it is 12.5 inches from the clasp down to where the chains start for the flowers. And here's, that tells me J. Crew, but they don't have a patent on those. Oh, this is Loft. I get Loft and J. Crew. A lot of times I can get those mixed up because a lot of their styles are quite similar to each other. And Loft deserves a lot more love than it gets. But, you know, as long as Loft is undervalued, then people who love it will be able to get better deals on it. But this is just extremely gorgeous. I just can't get over how pretty that is. That is so, so pretty. So it's a light gold tone wash, sort of a hammered look to these petals, and then you have a second layer of the petals, crystals right there, and then inside the flowers you have chain, little gold tone wash tube bead, and then a really tiny, and then a not quite as tiny AB crystal. And those crystals are kind of like a peach color, champagne peach. The chain is gold tone and in great condition. A very, very slight amount of wear on the chain, but that could just be dirt. I'll wash that up. And then a Senorita or Lifesaver style clasp. And that's all the details on that. This is just amazing. That is just beautiful. Wow. Okay, this one is going to be number, I lost track again, number 15. And that one's going to be $10. That is just stunningly gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to link Stacy's channel in the description of this video. If you don't already watch Stacy, go check her channel out. Okay, there were 2 bags inside that package, so that's all of the first one. So let's get into the second one now. Okay, here's this gorgeous clamper bracelet with these pave set stones. Oh, it's missing a stone right there. So I'm going to put this in my repair pile, I think, because I may have a stone that will do the job right there. I don't see any branding or any kind of marks on it. It's silver tone. Maybe some kind of mark right there. Let me take a closer look at that. Okay, that is not a mark. That's just a little oval place. But the rest of it looks really nice. It has some nice weight to it. It just needs a wipe down, and it needs one new rhinestone. So this will go in my repair pile, and I will put a stone there and offer this up at another time. See, here is a gold tone chain. It has a hang tag. I'm having trouble keeping a grip on the hang tag. It is, okay, stainless steel. So is it stainless steel gold tone, or is it a stainless steel vermeil? I don't know. But stainless steel pieces wear very well. They don't tarnish. They stay nice and bright. They stay nice and bright when they're silver, you know, the color of steel, of stainless steel. I don't know if they stay nice and bright all the time when they are gold toned or vermeil like that. but it's still very pretty herringbone chain. Let's get a measurement on it. It's about 7.5 inches, and then a 2-inch extender. I'm guessing that will stay very nice and bright, especially if you take care of it, like you don't wear it to swim, you don't wear it in the shower. That's really pretty. We're gonna say $2 on the herringbone chain. Number 16, $2. Love that one. Oh, my next little paper is already waiting for me. Okay, right here we have a box chain. With an A initial. Is it coppery tone? Yeah, this is even. It's evenly the same color all over. So it's either copper or copper tone. The A initial may not be original to the necklace because it's not the same color as the necklace, but I will leave it on there. I'll give this a wipe down. I think that's all it needs. Either copper tone or copper. The drop on it, there's not an extender, so the measurement is the measurement. It's a 12-inch drop, and the little letter A is about 3/4 of an inch. It's easily removed if you get the necklace and you just don't want the A. The A does have a good amount of wear right there to the gold tone. So you can remove the A when you get it, or if you want me to remove it, I'll be glad to do that. But this chain is, like I said, either copper or copper tone, but it's in great condition. I'll give that a little polish so it'll be nice and shiny for the buyer. This one is number 17. And that's also going to be $2. I love when I find things. And I found this lot that I had bought back in June from Stacy. It's sort of like when you leave, $10 in your coat pocket at the end of winter, and then the next winter you stick your hand in your pocket and find it. Okay, this has a hang tag that says JS or TS. It's a gold tone chain. Extended as far as it will go is choker length. This may be a child's necklace. Extended as far as it will go, it is 7 inches, and I cannot imagine an adult being able to wear it without the extender, but let's get a measurement on it. I think it's a pretty safe guess that this is a child's necklace. It's 6 inches. 6-inch drop without the extender, and then I forgot what it was with the extender. Actually, an adult with a small neck can wear a 6-inch as a choker. It would definitely be a choker length. And then 7 inches extended all the way out. And again, here's the little hang tag, a heart-shaped hang tag with TS or JS. But that is cute. And actually, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to put that together with this little copper box chain. So it'll be $2 for the two of those on number 17. Okay, number 18. This is very lightweight. Very, very lightweight. And there's a lot of wear to that clasp. Let's see, I can't tell how this is supposed to go. It looks like maybe 2 chains woven together. And part of it's broken right there. This is going to go in my repair pile. So I'll figure out what's going on with that. This is heavy. I wonder if these are real pearls. They are not. I wonder what's accounting for the weight. This is heavier than it looks. I don't see a hang tag. This is pretty. I love these golden colors. Again, more golden fall colors. These faux pearls are, they're sort of like a light gold wash kind of color, but they have a peachy undertone. The drop is 7 inches and there is a 2-inch extender. Let's see what we have here. Gold tone chain with these champagne colored faux pearls, again with sort of a peachy undertone. And then these ambery golden colored, and then little kind of champagne colored faceted acrylic beads. Those are beautiful colors. Well, I guess this is a great lot to open up at this time, going into fall, even though I ordered it back in June. But there that one is. That is just beautiful. It's going to be number 17. And we will do $3 for number 17. Lots of beautiful autumn, fall colors, late summer colors in this entire show, which wasn't planned that way, but I'm glad it worked out that way. Okay, coming up, number 18. This one looks fun. Okay, this is a boom box. Anybody remember those? It needs some cleaning, which I will definitely take care of. Oh, it needs some repair too. It's missing a rhinestone right there. Let's see. Actually, is it missing? Yeah. And this stone is there, but it's just kind of a golden yellow color. All the rest of the stones appear to be there. There's a little bit of wear right here on the back of the handle. A little wear on the chain. This one is going to go in my repair pile. This one's going to be fun to do. I'm going to clean the chain up, and if it's not salvageable, then I'll put a new chain on it, and then I'll definitely replace those rhinestones. This actually, I think this is going to be on a purse charm. This needs to be on a purse charm. That's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put this in my repair pile, and the next time you see this, it will be a purse charm. Okay. That's all of those. Let's see if I have another small thing I can open up. I will. I'll open up this one. This is from Sassy Mingo. I did not anticipate opening it, so I didn't black out the address. So that's why I just showed you the bottom of the box. But that's another channel. If you don't know Frances at Sassy Mingo, go check her channel out. She styles thrifted earrings, like thrifted earrings of the day. Will just do shorts showing you those. She also does unboxings, thrift hauls. Oh, and she sent me a card. I don't know if I can read that on camera, so that will have to wait. And then I have these two little bags in there. So this will close us out as soon as I open these up from Frances. I'm going to check this out and see if it's safe to read on camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I came back and read the card on camera and then realized I had forgotten to hit record. So here we go again. She says, Misty, thank you so much for including me in your Fun Box collab. That's a collab we did a few weeks ago where we all opened fun boxes, and we were in the live chat. We did them as premieres so we could be in the live chat with the viewers. And that's always fun. That's my favorite part of doing one of these collabs. But she says what a great time we all had watching and building each other up. I hope you enjoy this gorgeous headband and clips. I can't wait for the themed fashion collab, Your Friend Frances. So the themed fashion collab is the Elevate Your Look collab. You may have seen some of the promos for that. And it comes from when you are listing something on eBay. If you use the AI generated description and you're listing anything to do with fashion, whether it's jewelry or shoes or purses, clothes, accessories, anything like that, if you use the AI generated description, it will use the phrase somewhere in that description, elevate your, whatever, elevate your style, elevate your look. So that's where the name of that collab came from. And that's coming up in September. So keep a lookout for the promos that show the lady in the red dress announcing the date and the participants in that collab. So meanwhile, I didn't hit record, so you didn't catch me reading the card, and you also didn't see me opening this, which is a headband. It was in this first little bag that I already opened when I thought I was recording, so you didn't catch my initial impression. This is, I don't really know my birds. I think it's a cockatoo and maybe hibiscus flowers, and then this gold metallic lame lining. The brand on this is Powder, and let's see, it says dry clean only, 100% modal, made in India. A very low profile top knot, and then a wide band on the headband. It's very pretty. The color is almost true. It's a little bit more coral salmon colored than it looks on camera, but it's very, very close to the way it looks on camera, and that's gorgeous. That's very, very pretty. I will, let's see, I'm going to offer this one up for, we will do $6 on this one. And let's see, that will be number 18. And then I'll have to find a big enough bag for that. So number 19, these are some hair clips, which are probably for me. Oh, wait a minute. Look at these. Those are hibiscus flowers, which is very appropriate that Frances would have gotten these because I think she lives near the coast. So you have this kind of peachy colored one, and then this more salmon coral colored one that's about the same color as the headband. Look at that. Cute. They're very lightweight. Again, sort of peachy. This one looks more yellow on camera, but it's more of a peach color. And this one is like a coral salmon color. Very pretty. So we'll do the set of those for, let's see, we'll do $5 for the set, and that's going to be number 19. And I'll have to find a big enough bag for these also. And that left us at number 19, and I just can't let it sit there. I wanted to have 20, so I got this out of the stash that was over there that I didn't show you in the overview. This has a drop of 7 inches on the shortest layer and down to, you can't really see it, but it's about 11.5 inches down to the longest layer. It's again a great fall color. This is a coated cord, like maybe a cotton cord or some other fiber, but then it's coated. Like it feels the way like a coated canvas bag feels. That's what it feels like. And then these curved gold tone tube beads that hang down at the bottom. At the top, not much wear, or no wear at all, really. You have these caps that are very bright gold tone, and then this extender. The extender is, looks like about 3 inches. It is. So let me give you the overall effect of how it looks when worn, like that. I can't fit the whole thing in my light box, but these two beads kind of line up with each other, and the whole necklace sort of cascades down like that when you wear it. And that's beautiful, and there's not a maker's mark on it, no branding or anything like that. That's going to close us out at number 20. And we are going to do that one for just $3. It's very pretty and another gorgeous, gorgeous fall color. And that will do it for us on this week's things. I'm going to try to put up another craft with me video. I really enjoy doing those, but sometimes the week gets away from me. I don't want to promise one and then not deliver, which is actually what happened last week. So I will just say that I will try to get some of those up this week. But these are our 20 items in this week's things. I hope you saw something you liked, and just drop me an email if you are interested, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we will talk about pricing, or we'll talk about purchasing there. So that is it for this week's things. I hope you saw something that you liked and can't live without, and if that is the case, just send me an email, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we will talk about it there. And I want to say thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. I very much appreciate every minute that you spend with my channel. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Share it with a friend who you think might also enjoy it, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.